Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, United States of America, planet Earth. That's for Nene, because she fucking hates it when I say that every day. We are back with another edition of Bar-jutsu Live. I'm Jim, and with me is some of the greatest co-hosts that mankind has ever created, that a vagina has ever spat out. She's saying, these are meant for your show. I get so graphic, I don't know where it comes from. I don't write it down. Shut up, Aaron. Guys, with me again is the one and only, the man who needs no introduction yet. I give it to him every week. The actual star of the show, Mr. GothHop Romeo. What's up, Aaron?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bar-jutsu Live. Tuesday night at Scarpaci's. You better tune in Tuesday.
I know.
To
Oh,
the bartender.
you know he's going to. Aren't you going to host? I think you may do it next week, right? We got a special guest coming in.
Yes.
Another music artist. And speaking of music artists, the lovely and so fucking talented. And I'm sorry, Mom, but that's the only way I can describe it. Desarae Wynn. Desarae, I am so glad you called me and you were like, I got another single I got to release, and we're going to sneak preview it. I want to play the whole thing, but I'm not going to, because you're going to release it on your birthday. And we're gonna give him a little tidbit of it tonight.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. Honestly, this song was so fun for me to record. I got to be a little on the cocky side, so I was feeling myself.
So she sends me the file, and I'm like, this doesn't sound right. I'm like, I know I'm not an audio engineer, and she's like, get out of here. She gets on, she's like playing with the gain and the compression, and I'm like, what is that? It was pretty awesome, but then we ended up, she fixed it, and I was like, all right, I'm an idiot. And then, last but not least, Layla Paige. Now, let's talk about it. I'm just kidding. I gave everybody a big intro. I got a bone to pick with you, lady. These little wrestling posts that you keep putting on Facebook. This Rhea Ripley dude that you keep posting, it's getting on my nerves.
Androgynous goddess.
Androgynous goddess, my ass. She got a bigger Adam's apple than Aaron Romeo.
That's.
Hey, some women do have Adam's apples.
No, I don't. Yeah, they're called guys.
No.
We just had this discussion before the show. I was playing around. I said, hey, what pronoun am I going to call you? And she went, what? I was like, I was kidding. We don't do pronouns here, people. Sorry. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about, and it's hot as shit. Yet again, another night that I'm glad that I took that deodorant and went 1, 2, 3, the crotch. So, but Aaron Romeo, what's in the news? You sexy hair trim, just shirtless motherfucker, you. What's up?
Well, what happened was in the news.
Oh my God.
The Iran president passed away, so I'm gonna run in his absence. That's the plan, right?
You do look like an Ayatollah. You look like you can wear that.
Anyways, that's what occurred lately. Tension between Israel and there was like a recent layout, like or demonstration on the beach of all like the killings of like I believe Israel. They did like they laid out these clothes to show like how many.
No idea what you're talking
whatever they're doing with each other, showing how many victims they had.
Oh, they're laying clothes out.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is why I don't watch the news. I save it every week for Mr. Aaron Romeo. And when he gives me the news, it's such a fucking shit sandwich that I eat it crust to crust. I'm like, all right. And then whenever shit's going down and they're like, don't you listen to the news? I'm like, I do. Aaron Romeo tells me every week, and it doesn't make any sense of what you're saying.
I don't watch the news because, basically the world's gonna, turn to shit anyways.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
The stuff you watch, too, and, the weird stuff that happens that can, bring you down.
That's one thing that cause panic for me, so it's like, why am I gonna sit there and subject myself to watching the news?
And you know what? The only thing that brings me out of that depression is listening to the beautiful sounds of Desarae Wynn. See that plug? See, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, folks. So smooth. It just laid right in there. And then we have people just coming and going. It is hot as shit in the studio today at Scarpaci's here in Mount Washington. But I am excited. I was telling you guys, I was looking at our numbers. Right before the pandemic, we were climbing. We were getting a lot of viewers and and everything died down. We had to stop doing the bar shows and stuff. We are coming right back up. I am super, super pumped about this. So our numbers are looking good, and we're getting a lot of viewers, and that's why Desarae was like, "Hey, I'm coming back." I said, "It has nothing to do with Layla Paige looking all ripped. Just I don't understand that. What do you eat? Me and you are gonna have to discuss diets because I'm fine." And you're like, "Yeah, okay, you're a little fat. It's all right.
No.
I got a weight
like
problem. I
stuff.
can't wait to eat. It's cool. I don't get it. And I'm sitting at a nice, comfortable 280 right now, so I'm happy with that. But what else is in the news?
Well, tornadoes had a mass amount of tornadoes this year. Landed like a whole bunch of them were like EF4 or F5 types, which is like wind speeds up to 280 miles an hour.
So,
like they'll have that's like the
right.
density of them are like mile wide and
Let me ask you this:
Iowa, Nebraska.
Did you lead off of those two stories because they seem to be connected? Huh? I think that we are using what is it? Weather changing warfare, and maybe we brought down that helicopter with tornadoes. That's why,
And it's weird how they look too. They look strange.
Isn't it crazy?
Footage
It's nuts.
It's like almost like movie like, but it's
It is. I will admit that. I've been looking.
Twister used to give me nightmares.
So now they got Twisters coming out.
I have never seen that movie, but I heard about it.
Yeah,
You've never seen the original?
Yeah, I never actually like sat down and watched it.
You have to watch it.
good.
Where can you watch it? Like who?
Probably like Netflix. So I Google it and then it'll show like the list of where you'd be able.
Or if you just put on TBS, it's on like every 4 hours.
I don't think I have TBS. Well, I don't have cable. We just stream now.
Right.
That's cheaper than buying cable.
Oh, it is.
Way cheaper.
I can't believe, and we said this before. We talked about this before. I still have Dish Network. Every 21st of the month, they're like, "Hey, thank you for your $140 payment." And I'm like, "Why do I keep doing this?"
Well, just pay for the Wi-Fi because you're spending maybe like $100 on that, and then all the streaming sites.
I literally
add up to 140 anyway.
I literally watch my PS5. I either play that or I watch Max on it, or Prime Video or Netflix. That's it.
Nice.
And then it all sucks. And
The bundle is cool.
yeah, and even I had Disney, but I can't stand it. It gets on my nerves. But even whenever I'm not doing that, I just go, screw it. I'm going to go play a video game, and then I record myself.
What video games do you play?
Oh my God, so many. So we do a show. It is a sister show of Bar-jutsu Live called "Fuck This Fucking Game," where we play all PS2 games. So I play retro games, and then I play it. And the funny part about it is I'm not a good gamer.
Me neither.
I love playing. I just suck. I'm fucking terrible.
That's why I stick to the games that I'm good at, which is JRPG games.
Oh, see,
I
there you
just
go.
stick to that, and that's it.
And the problem with mine is we get so many views because people love watching me suck. Fuck you for that too. They love watching me suck. They're like, "This guy's terrible." I have a very bad temper when it comes to gaming. If I keep dying at the same spot, you'll see it. Like in our Buffy the Vampire Slayer, they have characters on there right now. I have a producer, Britt the Bullet. She, it's funny the way that we do it. If you guys watch some of the episodes, you know what I'm talking about. But we have her. I have her on my phone, like in the on camera. It's like up here like this, so you see her face there when we're playing, and she's watching me play, and she's guiding me through the level. And she'll tell me, she'll be like, "This next part's gonna suck, and you're probably gonna die like 6 times." And the characters that I play, they don't control too well. So I'm like, "Shit, fuck." And it's
You're like every 12-year-old gamer.
and my language is so bad. And then whenever I go off, I'm like, "Oh, that's good. 200 people were watching that live." They're like, "Look at this guy suck." They don't even watch it for like gaming tips. They just watch it to see my frustration. So maybe I got to cancel my Dish Network. So
Yeah, I'm the type where I just rage quit. I'm like, oh, I'm about to lose. I quit. I'm not going to lose yet.
I couldn't even tell you how many remotes I've gone through. How many controllers? Terrible. I squeeze them and I snap them, and then I go and I plug in another one, and I'm like, and with that, there's Danielle. We got a shot of the week tonight. If you want to bring it back, we'll go into it.
I did make it to like 25 on Call of Duty Zombies once by myself.
See,
pretty impressive.
And that's another thing. I can't do first-person shooters. There's one game that I did. It was real funny a few weeks ago. I did Black for PS2, and that's a first-person shooter. And I had a lot of fun doing it. For some reason, I can play it, but Call of Duty and all that shit,
Level 25, you're just shooting in every direction.
So I get mad. Yeah, right. I get mad because like I'm coming down. I'm like, all right, all you see is first person, and then I see these red dots, and I'm like, ooh, I'm taking damage, and I'm like, why am I taking damage? So, and then there's the lovely Danielle with her from Butterfly Bartending. Fantastic. All right, I cut you off. I do this every week. I tell you pre-show.
That's all right.
I say I'm not going to cut you off. I'm going to let you do the news, and then Layla gets on my nerves.
I'll just go.
But you love me. Nothing else he
All right, go ahead. What else is in the news?
There's some sports, NBA and NHL is down to the Final Four right now.
I can't wait to ask this. How's LeBron doing?
Yes, I mean,
Did they get swept?
oh, there's like first round, basically. Well, 5 games.
I have I have a meme that I should have shared on the show. I showed all the guys at work. When I mean guys, the men. I was like, you guys have to see this. And they thought it was the funniest thing. There's a meme going out there that says, if the NBA, if LeBron was the NBA logo, and it's the logo, but him like. And then there's one where he's laying on the ground. Oh man, if I could upload it right now during the show and put it on the screen. But it's so funny. They're all him complaining, but in the red, white, and blue, like, theme of the logo. Oh my god, I'm just thinking about it. My head hurts. I'm laughing so hard. All right, go continue, please.
But no, yeah, that's awesome.
What is the logo? It is awesome.
I always thought Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant, was way better than LeBron James. I think behind Michael Jordan.
I was going to say, nobody's. I don't care how good Kobe was. Nobody is going to beat Michael.
Oh, yeah.
As in being the GOAT. Did you watch The Last Dance? It's phenomenal.
The situations that he was in, like insane, like the shots he made. Like
that man is basketball. I don't care. I was lucky enough. I never got to see him live, but I was lucky enough to watch him play on TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not a basketball fan, but watching him, knowing that the Bulls was on, I would always watch it. It's phenomenal. I've never. That's crazy. It's like watching Lemieux play hockey. Everybody says Gretzky, but Lemieux was phenomenal. And baseball. I don't care about baseball. I couldn't care less about baseball.
I was talking with a friend, so I watched the Tom Brady roast. So I used to watch football a lot, but like as the years progressed, I stopped watching it so much. It's like I can stop watching a sport, but I still respect that these players have for the dedication, how good they're playing. Like I can respect somebody who has a passion for the sport and they love doing it. It's like Michael Jordan's one of the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, stuff like that. It's like I may not watch the sport, but I can always respect the players who dedicate their heart and soul into the sport.
That's another thing, though. I don't watch football.
Practice and things like that. There was stories of draft busts, and lo and behold, why they became draft busts that had an ego when they're newly drafted and wouldn't show up to practice or anything or practice hard and different.
Because Tom Brady he was a 6th round draft pick. I think they said he waited for a few days before he finally got the call. It's and he ended up being one of the greatest football players of all time.
He's the greatest quarterback. I don't care who says what. Everybody says Montana, Marino, everyone. Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. But it just makes me laugh just thinking about some of the shit that's going on in sports. But anyways, I keep cutting you off. Please continue.
We're talking about sports.
I'm going.
I know.
I'm going with it, but yeah, the Pacers and Celtics, they're actually playing tonight, and then you have the T-Wolves and the Mavericks in the West.
Wait, no, that's wait.
Final Four.
So the Timberwolves they beat the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Okay, because I just saw that the other night.
So they moved on to the conference finals against the Mavericks, and then Pacers playing the Celtics. And then in hockey...
This means nothing to me. Go ahead. Is hockey still going on? Fuck's sake.
Edmonton Oilers at the Dallas Stars. The Canadian hockey team hasn't won the Stanley Cup since 92-93 season.
The Canadians?
Canadians beat the Kings that year.
See? I know a little bit about fucking hockey. I know a little shit.
I don't know anything about sports. I'm just listening.
She's like, I just want to plug my song and get out of here. She's like, this dude stinks, man. But
What else? Um, in the Florida Panthers and the other.
That's it? Dude, you're doing so well. I want you to take this episode tonight and forward it to KDKA and say, this is my resume. I'm your next sports anchor.
To ask me, like, why aren't you like a weatherman or a sportscaster?
Oh, could you imagine? And we've discussed this many times before. Could you imagine if you were the morning weather person on KDKA?
I'm doing that. And
Holy shit! Would there be accidents upon accidents?
I'd be like, whoa, this.
Oh man, how's the weather looking today? Good.
You know, I make a joke all the time. My dream job would be a weatherman because you tell them, like, hey, a big old black hole is going to erupt in the middle of Pittsburgh, and they believe you and they get paid.
Oh, it'd be hilarious. You
Because, like,
you
the
could
weather.
say that. You could say that would be hilarious if you were like doing it and you're like, yeah, and in this region here, there's a 5% chance of a black hole sinking in all, just sinking in all of
Yeah, I'm
creation.
telling Pittsburgh.
But that's only a 5% chance. So just be aware of that. And with that said, oh,
Yeah, all they do is lie about the weather.
I know.
And get
they
paid.
just make it up. And if they're wrong, there's no repercussions.
Yeah,
You don't get fired. You don't get shit. Fuck you, Ray Petlin. So, all right. So, Danielle, if you want to step over in front of Aaron Romeo,
Hi.
guys, Danielle is here with Danielle's shot of the week.
Hello.
There she is. What do we got for us today?
Hi. Tonight we're gonna have a watermelon starburst shot.
Starburst shot watermelon.
Yes.
Happy summer, guys.
Yeah.
Summer.
Oh my God, this smells amazing.
That's good.
You like
It's just weird that I was
there?
I always do.
No, I don't. There's so many things as a bartender. I don't know what they taste like, but I always know if they smell right.
Cheers, guys. I always smell it because I'm like, what if this is turpentine? Oh my God. That actually tastes like candy. Thank you so much. Danielle, always fantastic. Guys, if you want to try one of Danielle's shots of the week, make sure you stop by Scarpaci's. She's here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Stop in and ask her for one of her patented shots of the week. Tell her Bar-jutsu, saying, see, I'm already tipsy. And she won't give you a discount on it. She'll just pay, regular price. I don't even know why you would mention this. But anyways, so Aaron, you were talking about
Yeah.
your what?
Sports.
That's it.
Weatherman stuff.
Weatherman shit, that's right. Yeah, that's exactly it. There's nothing, you don't get like a pay decrease if you're wrong. You know how many times they were like, dude, it's going to storm today. It's going to be a snowstorm. You're going to have 6 inches of snow. Get ready, go out and buy your salt, shovel your walkways, put the chains on your tires, and then you go out and it's 70 degrees and they're like, it passed us.
I'm like, they can pay hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right. Bullshit, it passed us. It's just the horse shit. Joe DiNardo said it would, and it did. That son of a bitch, Joe DiNardo, was always right. Now they're just like, I looked at the weather app. That looks okay. That's literally what they do. They come in and they're like, what's going on? Back to you, Tom. It's fucking awesome. Desarae, you've been sitting there smiling, looking gorgeous. What have you been doing since the last 3 weeks you were here?
Just working on music. I have been preparing for my performance. That is this Friday. I'm very excited for it. You can check out the performance on my YouTube channel.
Okay, we'll plug the YouTube channel once this comes up.
And I'm preparing for my release. I also did release the acapella for my new single, but not so new single.
I
Only
did see
Nearby.
that. I actually was going to plug that tonight. Then I was like, no, we did that last time, so let's go ahead and do it. But the acapella one, you put it up 11 days ago.
Yeah.
So I do have that on here, but we'll just share that. We'll share that on Facebook. But what else? So what else is going on?
So I'm releasing my new single, Mirror Mirror on the Wall, which is a bit of a switch up compared to All in Your Mind. Still similar vibe, still the same vibe, but it's not a dance pop song. It has a bit more of a hip hop type of feel to it. And I'm releasing that on my birthday, June 6th at 12 o'clock a.m.
12 o'clock a.m. at midnight, June 6th.
Nice.
And we have a 1 minute You got the whole. Actually, we have the whole clip, but she said, "Don't play the whole thing." So we can play that now if you want. We can go ahead and we'll cue that up. But anything else you want to add before we go ahead and do this?
Um, I don't really have much right now. I mean, besides just working on music, I'm still working on actually putting together an EP and some other projects.
She's so.
Mhm.
All right. So without further delay, what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and cue up "Mirror, Mirror on the Wall." This is by Desarae Wynn. And before I play it, I am amazed. So for those of you that didn't see it last time, you do everything. You do all the editing and the recording and stuff. Mixing. Did you say mixing on there?
I mean, I'm not the best mixer, but because I don't have all the equipment, but I do as much as I can.
Well, it's fucking amazing. Let me tell you.
And then I take it to a studio, and then they put their little shout out to Roscoe Roden. He's the one that I've worked with at the Rap Cave. So
Roscoe, my man.
yeah. So he helps me out a lot with that. I do a lot of the just primarily making beats, and I've gotten better with mixing than what I sound like earlier.
It is impressive. So, guys, without further ado, here you go. This is "Mirror, Mirror on the Wall" by Desarae Wynn. Check it out.
She a bad bitch, got you thinking real quick. Oh damn, she a savage. She ain't nothing average, she maverick, darling. She a bougie bad bitch, got you feeling average. She walks in the room, she got it, she has it. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? First on the list, I'm like the law. Fall in line, better check the vibes, I got you like damn, she bad. And when she turn around, look at that ass. She bullshit with some class, and she got a brain that surely match. She a bad bitch, got you thinking real quick. Oh damn, she a savage. She ain't nothing average, she maverick, darling. She a bougie bad bitch.
I wanted to play that whole thing. I did. I was like, come on, let me play the whole thing. I love it. Your voice is so unique. I know the next time that she's on here, we're not even gonna be able to talk to you directly. We're gonna have to talk to your agent. He's gonna be like, she's busy. She's doing these charity events and stuff and everything. Whatever.
I knew someone who used to work for Celine Dion. You weren't allowed to talk to her directly. You had to talk to her French translator, and then he would talk to you.
Isn't that terrible?
I'm like, bitch, I know you sing in English.
Well, I will never be too busy for it.
Oh, that. See, you said it right here live
I did.
on
Hold me
Bar-jutsu.
to it.
So, very cool. Layla, what's up with you? You know what's coming, right? We're going to switch gears real quick. We're going to go back to you. I'm talking about Layla Paige and Win a Date with Layla. It's happening. We got dudes lined up. Not believe how many guys. There's a guy here. If I can show you, I'm going to show you his picture. I'm not going to show it on camera because he'll be like, dude, what are you doing? This dude hit me up and he's like, dude, why can't I be a contestant? I was like, you could be a contestant. So he is very excited.
If I can squat them, they're out of the running.
Let me see here. I really wish, if he's watching it right now, he's like, come on, man, don't put me on. But here, that is him. Show you. You can see it. He is into like MMA, kickboxing. He's huge into weightlifting.
Okay.
He wants to compete on the show. All right, so if you're giving him a pass, that's one. That's one guy. Is he allowed to go? Is Aaron Romeo allowed to go?
Comedy relief.
Well, we'll see. So my one contestant, he was pretty excited about it. I'll let him know. You gave him the thumbs up, and I'll send you more pictures of him later. But he was like, "Yeah, dude, what's up with that?" So, yeah. But we got to do. Are we going to do it here? So here's my thought. I really don't want to show you what he looked like because then I wanted to put the curtain up and say, okay, here's the three dudes, and then have you on the side. But I'm not going to do that. We're gonna have you set up one. We're gonna have the three here. I'm gonna have Aaron Romeo and a fucking tux and shit and everything, asking the questions.
Like mustard on his.
Yeah, his lapel. But we can make him do tricks and games. And then Desarae asked me if we did stuff like Uno. So before the show, we were talking. I guess we're gonna bring back the Uno championship, the Uno challenge, right?
Awesome.
At La Casa de Aaron. I guess no, we can't hear. I don't know if we can do it here or not. It's gonna be loud and shit. But that was fun. We did that 2 years ago on Valentine's Day, and Wendy won that. So we'll have to bring it back. Minus a certain player that was on there.
Oh yeah.
You can take his place, but or we're gonna get shit for saying that on here. But anyways, so as I was talking about it, let's get into this shit, this wrestling shit. What's been going on in the shithole world of professional wrestling?
Since Rhea Ripley had to relinquish and go out because of an injury, I haven't been watching it.
Oh, really? You haven't watched it at all?
Watched it in a couple weeks.
Because you post all that shit on there.
I keep up.
No, see, you got to watch the old school stuff. You can't. When did you start watching wrestling?
Before I can watch.
So you've been watching it for 16 years.
No.
Took you a second, motherfucker. He was like, that's what I mean about the math. He did the math. He was like, oh, wait. Oh, okay. What got you in?
Can't wait to watch it.
And that's it? We have a special, Bar-jutsu is creating a special belt for you. I am super excited to display it. And you're going to have to wear it every time you do a wrestling report.
Okay.
So how can we do a wrestling report this week if you're not watching it?
Guess you're going to have to ask Aaron. He's with sports and stuff.
And he doesn't watch wrestling. He doesn't even watch MMA.
Start used to watching them.
Like 30 years ago, when you were 42.
Versus.
Yet again, math again.
Anderson Silva.
Oh my God, dude.
When he's the other guy, the Randy LaCour.
Couture?
Couture, yeah.
LaCour. Randy LaCour. You're just naming off names of dudes that started the fucking business.
Literally, yeah.
MMA is the only sport I will actually sit and watch because it's easily digestible and I understand it.
Well, tell us a little bit about it. What's going on in the world of MMA?
I don't know. I don't watch it that often. I watch it when my boyfriend or my dad has it on.
I can't watch it anymore. It's terrible. I watched it when it first started. No weight classes, no rules, and it was Tank Abbott, Patrick Smith, and all that. It was fucking fire back.
Wasn't it random?
I don't even want to say Hoist Gracie, but Hoist Gracie dominated only because he was the only one in there doing the jiu-jitsu stuff. And then Hoist Gracie took over UFC and won it multiple times, and fucking the jiu-jitsu martial arts studios blew up all over.
Shamrock,
Ken Shamrock, the Lions Den, and all that shit. That all blew up and everything. It's like whatever. But UFC back in the day was the fucking shit. You didn't fight once every 6 months. You fought 6 times a night. That was phenomenal. That was Iron Man shit. You came in and there were brackets and they didn't give a shit who you fought. You'd come in and you'd be up against some fucking Samoan. It was 400 pounds heavier than you. And you were like, oh, shit. Okay. And then they wore different shit. They wore keys and stuff and everything. But they would jack each other up, and it was amazing. I loved it. And dudes would be like, all right, who am I fighting next? And they had like 15 minutes until, all right, you got to fight another dude. They would come out just busted up, bleeding already, arm in a sling, and they're like, all right, let's start. That was fucking hardcore. Now it's a joke. Ronda Rousey would never last. Oh, and you know what I just read about her since you're so love wrestling and blah, blah, blah.
I'm not crazy about Ronda Rousey.
All right, good. Because we're on the same page here. What a shitbag she is. So now she's not in AEW. She's not in
Oh, she was in
WWE.
WWE.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, she
she's-
was in Ring of Honor though.
Right. Well, that.
It
But
was like right after that I left.
that's what I'm getting to. So she wasn't in AEW or WWE. She's out of them now. She is now traveling the Indies, and she's in Ring of Honor. Everybody thinks Ring of Honor is an indie.
Ring of Honor isn't what it used to.
It's not. It's a joke, and even if it, at its fucking highest, it wasn't what it was. It was just an indie federation that had television coverage. You know, it was nothing. It was a joke. But now she's working like Ring of Honor, and she's working these indies. She's washed up now. That's what you do when you go and you work the indies, and then you make it to the big fed, and now nobody gives a shit about it.
Because she ran her mouth too much.
Exactly. Nobody gives a shit about you. You're not as hyped up as you were. And then she's like, you know what? I'm taking time for my kids, and I'm going to work the indies now. The indies doesn't pay shit. What she thinks she's going to do in the indies?
She thinks it's because her name's gonna get her money, but unfortunately,
It's not. What's she going to get? $1,500 for an appearance? That's about it. You know, she's going to get the gate for a show. And it's a complete joke. She tried acting, and she's a horrible actress, and she's ugly as shit. She looks like a pit bull.
I used to have the biggest crush on Ronda Rousey, and then like I look further into her and watch her, I'm just like, I'm not crazy about you too much anymore.
No, she's disgusting. So I just not a big fan of her. But I read that the other day. I was like, she's doing the indie stuff. She's like, yeah. She's like, I'm now traveling all the indies. Who cares? So you went from tens of thousands of fans to 400, and maybe 100 maybe 100 of those are comped. Yeah, maybe 100 of those tickets are comped. They're all family. It's like, fuck you, Ronda Rousey. Wouldn't it be funny if she was watching? She's like, hey, fuck you, Porgo. But that's it. Anything else going on other than this? So you got anything planned? You get your event coming up.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm doing a medley of songs, two of which are not released. It's kind of like a sneak peek, and one it's kind of like I would call it like a filler in between, but turning it into a new song. So just happened that way. I don't know how. I've been having writer's block, but somehow, some way, I was able to come up with a hook or something. So
I do love it. Hey, we have a friend on the show. What is it? TKO Radio. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're a friend of the show. We had them on here once. They're in Atlanta, I think. We should send them your stuff, or at least you should send them ours.
yeah, I would love to.
But we can always reach out to Chelsea. Like I said, she was real cool, and I'm wondering, I'm seeing if it's on here. It's like 101 TKO Radio. You definitely got to check them out. I should call her right now while we're on the air and be like, "Hey, check this out." But I'll show you this after the show. And that is a Chelsea shout out there. Hope you're doing all right down there, girl. Yeah, we had her on the show. Man, that was how long ago was that? Do you remember Chelsea? We did an interview. We did a Skype interview because she's down in Georgia, and Wendy did that. But it was like it was a while. She started this like internet radio show. And it became like a channel, and now it's huge. And we had her on the show. We had her on Bar-jutsu Live. See, we're what they call trend setters. Not you. You're not a social influencer. I was waiting for him to be like, oh, yes, I am. He's like, I got 14 followers, motherfucker. But that's what we try to do. We try to get people on here, and then we promote them and help as much as we can. So we'll have to send that to Chelsea and see what she says. But then, like I said, then he'll be signed, and then there'll be an entourage here. I know. That's what always happens.
Not.
Yeah, see, she says it now. But she'll get all signed and stuff, and then, we'll have this entourage people, and she won't be able to come in without, like, red, velvet ropes or whatever.
You know what? I'm the type of person where it's like the same people that you see on your way up are the same people you see on your way down. So it's good to just remain grounded. That's just how I am.
I like that.
Why do you have to go on your way down?
Well, some people, the fame doesn't always last forever. Especially with music in today's type of climate, you know what I mean? Like with social media and everything. It's like so many artists, even if they're talented, for a couple years they'll be hot. And it's not every artist, but a lot. And then, it's
the last time you heard of Fetty Wap?
Who?
Anyone?
See, exactly. The who?
I don't know who that is. Fetty Wap.
He was
No,
one of
he's
those-
the dude with the fucked up eye.
He was one of those kind of one-hit wonders or a couple-hit wonders. Like he had a couple of bangers. You never heard
And
from him again.
yeah, exactly. And you can be very talented and have a brand and have something memorable, but sometimes just things change. And I think that just as an artist, it's good to always have something outside of music and be able to always have it. I mean, you can't depend on music, especially now, and especially like music is like almost like fast food now. Like it's just like everything's just so fast, fast,
It's
fast.
always
Like
evolving.
yeah, and then especially with TikTok, I mean, 2 minute songs are like the thing. And
Yeah.
it's just like everybody doesn't. It's like they can't focus. They can't focus, and it's just even if you can still try to remain memorable, if you don't have anything outside of music, I think that it can make it much harder. So, and it's not like how it was in the early 2000s or 90s. Like some artists, they can really stick around, but it's kind of like, especially with everyone being numbers obsessed now, if you're normally number one and then you just drop to number two, all of a sudden you're a flop. So, and you got a bunch of videos. So,
Do me a favor though. Don't do the thing where you have a hit and it comes out and it's huge and you make all this money from it, and then you go buy $1 million mansion and all this stuff, and then you're like, I'm broke now.
It's basically
well,
like
that is
nice.
very douchey. I would never do that. One, I'm cheap. Two, it's just logically that just makes no sense for me. I would invest my money. I would not just go and buy ridiculous things that absolutely make no sense. That's just I understand money management. Also, I understand that that type of money doesn't last forever, and you have to know how to invest it in other things to continue to make that money grow. Don't just go and spend it, because I mean that is how you go broke fast.
See, this is why you're one of the best people in the world that I've ever spoken to. Because you seem like you've thought it all out. Like you're like, no, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be successful. I don't want to do these stupid moves and everything. And that amazes me. I'm so like that. That kind of motivates me and impresses me. I do like that. I'm not just blowing smoke on the grass. I'm not. I'm really not. Hey, do me okay. Maybe you guys know this. I'm gonna ask you. You're in the music industry. At what point does an artist stop being Lil and become an actual person? I don't understand the whole. Everybody's Lil this, like Lil Socks, Lil Hat,
An artist thing.
Lil John.
Honestly, I don't know. I know that I do like a little rap moment here and there in certain songs, but I don't normally listen to rap too often. I normally listen to like more so pop and like different genres.
Are you a Swiftie?
No,
Okay, I was gonna say it because we can end this interview right now.
I'm a Mariah Carey fan. Yeah.
Oh, Mariah Carey's great, but man, she is a diva.
Her, she's a raging B word.
But you know what? Oh yeah, but you know what? She deserves
She's
it.
Mariah Carey.
Exactly. Like there was that one video where I guess she was doing the "All I Want for Christmas" thing, and I guess the cameras were on her backup dancers or something. And in the middle of the song, she's like, "Get off my backup dancers! Get off of them!" Like she's like
Like
yelling
that's
at
the
them.
one with the like I may not like them or like a sport or whatever they're involved with, but I'm like I respect what they put into whatever. I'm like it's Mariah Carey.
Exactly. It's like people like that. Like it's like okay, well you kind of deserve that. You know what I mean? Like all right, here we're gonna disagree on this one. Do you believe that Beyonce deserves that?
She's Beyonce.
Beyonce.
No, see, that's where we differ. I don't think that she is.
No.
Okay, Madonna did it,
Her show was gigantic.
Yeah.
She's still attracting.
but exactly.
thousands.
But you know why?
And 23-year-olds.
And here's why. And I'm going to say this. And I know this is a debate that goes on for years, but Madonna deserves to be that because Madonna did that. Madonna said, "This is what I need. This is what I got. I need that. I need this." Beyonce's got a team of like 60 people saying, no, we need to do this, we need to do that. Oh, you know what? You're going to put out a country song this time.
But I also think if Beyonce comes out to tell you, it's not gonna be as nice as if somebody else.
Okay, and I could be wrong, but tell me what song Beyonce sat down, wrote everything, and produced everything, and just put it out there and said, I did this.
I'm not that
Exactly.
into Beyonce.
Exactly. She's got an entire, because of who she is and who she's married to, and that's fine. They combined as forces like the fucking Avengers, and they're power team. They're
Can you imagine
power.
what their bank account looks like?
I can't even begin to imagine. But they have teams of people putting that together, and in the end, she stands out on top. To me, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. Like, just an example, and I know this is beat to death, but Freddie Mercury did all that shit. Wrote the music, wrote the lyrics, collaborated with his band, with Queen. They did all that stuff. Beyonce had an entire team and handed it to her. She was like, I need a hit by this day. And they were like, okay. Everybody came together and put it there, and they said, here we go. And all she did was sing it.
So I know we don't like Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift did.
Whitney Houston did that.
She writes all her music. Like she's.
I didn't say I hated Taylor Swift.
Like, I'm
just not a
fan of Taylor Swift.
I'm just not a Swiftie.
But I'm like, think about it this way: Taylor Swift does all that.
That's what I mean. Taylor Swift does all of that shit. It's the same thing. Like Taylor Swift is huge because she did that. She did all that stuff. She plays instruments. She writes music. She does all that stuff. And we've said this before on the show. The funniest thing in the world. See, Desarae broke the rule. I said everybody's on silent, right? And she goes, everybody was like, yeah, we're on silent. And she had this moment where she glanced at the table, and I said, you glanced down. You're like, no, I'm on silent. It's okay. It probably didn't even pick up. But that's my point exactly. Like Taylor Swift did all that shit. I'm not saying Beyonce's not a good performer. I'm not saying she doesn't go out there and do the thing and everybody's like, holy shit, I love that. But she doesn't give credit to where it's due. And like, artists.
You think she got too big for the little people?
Yes, exactly. I do. Not like perfect. Another perfect thing. Prince. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm a huge Prince fan. Prince put out so many songs. Some of them he was just like what's the big hit that Sinead O'Connor sang? The 7 hours and 15 days. I'm blanking on the Sinead O'Connor song from the 90s.
Well, I know. I remember the video.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
whatever.
the big Nothing Compares to You.
She was known for burning
Holy shit.
Leg.
Yeah, I know, but Nothing Compares to You, Sinead O'Connor, huge hit, put her at the top of the charts and everything. Prince wrote that and said, I'm going to give this to you. And she did wonders with it. It was amazing, But like Prince wasn't like, yo, hey, I wrote that. I gave that to her. He was just like, I think you would do this. Prince deserved everything that he got because he put the work into it. And if it was his, he was just like, all right, I did this. Thank you. But if he had something and he gave it to somebody else, he was like, it's yours. Take it. That's the kind of shit that he did that made him amazing. Beyonce just kind of seems like, no. Everything's mine, and it's mine, and that guy didn't write shit, whatever, fuck it. That's my problem with when you get to a certain level. Mariah Carey, she did a lot of shit on her own. Now she still writes. She has people write for her and stuff, and that's fine. But she earned her spot at where she is. I would gladly call her a diva. I just can't call Beyonce a diva because I just think it was hand fed to her. Does that make any sense?
No, I just say Beyonce. She can leave it wherever she wants.
I get it. You can when you got that kind of money. When you come out and you're you're driving a fucking Rolls Royce and then you scratch it and you just go, get rid of it. Give me another one. There's a new TV guide out this week. I want it to match my car. When you have that kind of money, it's all right, cool, it's fine. But I just think that, and this is why, and I'm not like trying to be an asshole or just trying to be funny, but the respect that I have for you, you come in here and you're like, I have this new song. And I listen to it when you send it to me. I listen to it. I'm like, I can't believe she did all this on her own. It amazes me. And that's why I hope that it really works out for you. Because to hear the stuff that you do and that you mix it, you produce it, and you do everything your own, that is working for what you want. And you know, it's you're gonna be huge.
That's what Billie Eilish does. Billie Eilish has done everything on her.
Yeah, that's another one. You know, she's
Her and
done,
her brother.
right. She did everything on her own, but she's not all about it. I'm gonna throw your phone out the door. No, it's okay. Hey, we're almost done here, anyways. But all right. So we have at least one contestant. You're the best. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so looking forward. Every time you text me and you're like, I had a new single, I'm so looking forward to it. I can't wait to air it here on the show. So we have one contestant that is lined up, and I guess we'll get two more. It was going to be you, but you're going to host it, I guess. We'll get two more. I had dudes to message me, and I had to screen them, and I was like, I'm not even going to show. I was like, no. I was like, she'll stop talking to me if I pitch this one. So, but we got that going. I want wrestling updates. All right, you gotta watch. Please, for the sake of the show, for the sake of me, if I send you an old video of an old time wrestler, please watch it,
Okay.
critique it, and then we'll discuss it.
All right.
Because you're missing out. The shit that's on TV right now is literally.
I mean, the old day wrestling was the best.
It was so good. Like they put on a show.
Yeah, old school wrestling.
Today it's all about the outfit and the how they look.
The viewers and ratings and all that.
And nobody gives a shit what's going on in the ring. They do so much. You're going to get me talking about wrestling again, and I tell myself I'm not going to do this. They do so many stupid moves, and they have so many moves set in the match that make no fucking sense.
I will watch wrestling. I'm just like, crap. I'm like, that was a botch. Like,
Oh,
I'll literally critique the fuck out of wrestling match.
I'll tell you right now, I watch more Botchamania than I do regular wrestling. I haven't watched regular
And
wrestling.
I did
21
that
years.
before. I did that before. Like I worked with AEW, but after AEW, I would literally just critique everything. I'm just like, oh, that was shit. I'm like, they could have done better than that.
I'll tell you what's funny. I used to love it. I'm going to say this. I'm going to finish on this. You know, I obviously I wasn't the greatest, but I was good. I was good. If a guy had a spot and we went over it, he's like, I want to do the spot. It's like, all right. If he botched it, I made sure the crowd didn't know. Because if he botched it, and he missed a step or he slipped or something on it, I would cut it off and beat him down. And the crowd was like, yeah, they were like, oh my God, he's not having that one. They were like, none of that shit. Like, I loved it. Like, I'll never forget. We this one match, I don't even remember the guy's name, but he shot me off the ropes and he dropped that instead of dropping down in front of me, so I stepped over him. He shot me off the ropes and just dropped down in the middle of the ring. Didn't look believable at all. I took the entire spot that we were going to have, and I ran up to him and just started beating on him in the middle of the ring. And the crowd, and everybody was like, that was rigged. Everybody said, and I was like, dude, I was telling him, I was like, dude, you fucked up. I was like, you fucked it up. Just keep going. Just keep going. And the match turned out great. But after the show, people were even like, were you guys supposed to do that? I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, no. But I was good at covering up another dude's botch. And I would keep it old school, simple moves so that I wasn't botching.
Yeah.
I was like, if I'm not good enough to be doing all these high flying spots and everything, I'm going to keep it simple and basic so that I know I'm going to do the shit that I'm not going to fuck up.
Yeah.
These guys that try these new things, I'm going to try this thing I saw on Tekken the other day.
Stick to what you know, so like it looks good. I feel like if you overdo like a move or whatever, it doesn't make sense.
I agree with that. Guys, with that said, we're at the end of the show. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Layla, I want you to watch some tape, some footage. We're going to talk. Get ready because we're going to have 3 contestants for you. We're going to have the winner date with Layla, Paige, Aaron Romeo. You got anything coming up?
Might have a show August 8th.
August 8th, where's that at?
West Virginia.
And I am super pumped. You called me the other day. You are ready to start filming A Day in the Life of Aaron Romeo. So I can't.
You're gonna do a bunch of this.
He's gonna be like this. What do I do with my hands? There's a tongue. Wynn is so weird.
I know.
You are definitely on the spectrum. And Desarae Wynn, always a pleasure. You are always welcome to be here. Love the song. Thank you for letting me listen into the whole thing before it's even released. I won't share it, but I will put your YouTube link in the description of this video and everything. And I always wish you the best. And if I don't see you, happy birthday. What is it, 24?
No, the 6th.
No. You
No,
got
20.
you're 24
No,
years?
I'll actually be 25.
Oh my God. I was trying to be like, I was like,
See, I was excited to turn 25. My car insurance gets cheaper and blah, 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 but it really does.
yeah, I remember my first beer
Then it goes up again.
3 decades ago.
It's like,
Oh my God, you
everything
guys are
is-
so young. I can't believe how young you guys are. It makes me sick to my stomach. She looked at me like, well, yeah, you're old.
Well, I'm gonna look good when I'm 50, so.
Who, me?
Me.
Yeah, in 30 years.
Yeah.
In 25 years, it's terrible. You're not going on 50. Whatever.
No, I'll be 30.
You're high. Are you high again?
No, I'll be 29 this year.
Other than that, that's it, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching. We will be here next week. We have another music guest. Cut Jones is stopping in. He is actually going to introduce. He brought us this musical guest, and she's going to have another video on her. They sent us like 40 videos. I was like, you're only going to get one per appearance. So, guys, that's it. So, from all of us here at Bar-jutsu and Iron City Beer, please drink responsibly. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good.